Hi, I'm Nico, and this will be a short vinyasa flow intermediate. Focus on shoulders and core so that we can get into crow pose at the end. And I always recommend having a block with you. If you don't have one, totally fine. You could use nothing, maybe a water bottle or some books or a pillow. And let's get started at the back of our mat on a child's pose. Knees out wide, big toes to touch, reach the hands forward. Take a moment to settle into the mat, let the heart space melt down. And perhaps your shoulders are already starting to feel a bit of a stretch. If they are, let your elbows relax. Letting this be more of a spine lengthener than a shoulder stretch. We'll get more into that later. Take a few moments to notice the quality of your natural breath. And then start to deepen the breath, focusing on your inhales, letting them get bigger and longer. Feel free to start to incorporate Ujjayi breath in and out through the nose, a constriction in the back of the throat. Take a few more breaths as big and open as you can, letting the entire chest expand as you inhale and melt down to the ground as you exhale. Next inhale, let's make our way up into a tabletop position. Bring your shoulders on top of your wrists. Bring your knees underneath the hips, and we'll find a couple cat cows as you inhale. Drop the belly, lift the heart, lift the chin, cow pose. And as you exhale, cat pose, round the spine, pull the belly button up towards the sky. One more time, just like that. Inhale, cow, drop the belly, lift the heart. Exhale, cat, round through the spine. Inhale, come to a neutral spine. Ground into the left hand, bring it underneath the heart space, and then as you inhale, right hand goes high up overhead. As you exhale, press your hips towards your heels, reach back with your right hand, trying to really open through the heart space, stretch long through the shoulders. As you inhale, bring the right hand up overhead. And then as you exhale, reach the right hand forward, drop the right shoulder down in line with the left. Inhale, reach the right hand up overhead, big stretch up. As you exhale, drop your hips towards your heels. This time, come to sit on your heels, bring your right hand back behind you, behind your right hip. Left hand goes up overhead. If it feels okay, we'll press the hips up towards the sky, open up through the heart space. Here for 3, 2, 1. Drop the hips all the way back down to the heels. As you plant the hand underneath the left shoulder, bring the right hand high up overhead. Take a big inhale here, and then exhale, thread the needle. Swoop the right hand underneath the heart space over towards the left. Drop the right shoulder and drop right ear down to the ground. Sometimes I like to reach my left hand forward, really stretching through the left side body. We'll bring the left hand back underneath the left shoulder. Take an inhale, reach the right hand up high. Keeping the right hand lifted, exhale, reach it forward. Drop the right shoulder down in line with the left, but keep the right hand reaching forward. Ground down into your right knee and then lengthen through the left leg. Extend it back behind you. Energize through the left toes. Take a big inhale. And then as you exhale, bring the elbow to the knee. Squeeze it in. 2 more times with the breath. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, squeeze. Last one. Inhale long. This time, keep the left leg lifted. Drop the right hand down underneath the right shoulder. Drop the left toes down onto the mat behind you. So you should be on your right knee and on your left toes. And then as you inhale, drop your belly down to the ground, lift the heart space up. And then as you exhale, squeeze your right knee to your nose, bring it in. Hold. Finding a cat pose through the spine. As we inhale, we're going to find a cow pose, but we're going to kick the right heel up towards the sky as we drop the belly, lift up through the heart space. One more time, just like that. Exhale, cat pose around spine, knee to nose. Inhale, kick the right foot, open up, hold. Keep the right knee bent, press the hips up towards the sky, find your three-legged dog, let the right hip step up on top of the left, scorpion pose. Nice and slow, we'll bring right knee towards right elbow. Take a big inhale here. And then as you exhale, right knee, left elbow. One more time, just like that. Inhale, right elbow. Exhale, left elbow. Inhale, right elbow. Exhale, three-legged dog, right leg goes up. Hold. Move through the right toes, start to flex and point the foot. Take a couple ankle circles. Finding lizard lunge, we'll bring the right foot forward, outside the right hand. Ground down into the hands, take an inhale to lengthen through the spine. Exhale, modified chaturanga push-up, bend the elbows, let the heart space melt. One more time, just like that. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, melt. Inhale, press into the hands, lift the heart. Keep the right foot where it is, bring the left foot forward, find Malasana frog squat, front of the mat. Heels in, toes out, so hips low. This is where a block can come in handy if you want to sit it underneath the hips. Take one more big inhale. And as you exhale, find your ragdoll pose. Spin the toes forward, bring the feet hip width distance apart, bend the knees deeply. Hands come to opposite elbows. Sway through the feet. Bring your hands down underneath the shoulders as you inhale. Find your halfway lift, lengthen through the spine. And then as you exhale, fold, let it go. Inhale, upward sweep, root to rise. Reach the hands up tall overhead. As you exhale, find your chair pose, sit the hips low. And we're going to find a little cat-cow action here. So as you inhale, let's cactus the arms, lift up through the heart, lift the chin, arch the spine. As you exhale, round the spine, tuck your elbows together and down. Try to touch your elbows all the way to the knees. 2 more times, just like that. Inhale, open up, cow pose through the spine, lift the chest. Exhale, round elbows to knees. Inhale, upward sweep, root to rise. Reach the hands tall up overhead. Exhale, forward fold, dive over the hips. Inhale, find your halfway lift, lengthen through the spine. And then as you exhale, find your runner's lunge, slide the left foot back. Hands frame the right foot. Start to rock in and out of this right foot. Forward and back. Keep your left hand where it is, ground down into the earth. Reach your right hand up overhead, find your easy twist. Spin to the outside edge of your left foot, bring your right foot back to meet the left, find your side plank, press the hips high, reach tall with the right fingertips. Maybe you start to slide the right foot up the left leg, finding tree legs. For 3, 2, 1. High plank, drop the right hand, bring the right foot to meet the left. Take an inhale, charge the heels forward. Exhale, lower, we lower all the way down to the ground. Lift to the tops of your feet, 3 rolling cobras. Inhale, cobra, lift. Hold the first one. Brighten through the collarbones, little ton of weight in the hands. Pull the elbows back behind you. Take a big inhale to lift even more. Exhale, release, let it go. 2 more times with the breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Last one. Inhale, cobra, open. Exhale, let it go. Take your toes underneath your feet. Inhale to your tabletop. Exhale, child's pose, knees wide, hips to heels, reach the hands forward. If it feels good, let's bring the hands together in prayer and then bring the thumbs to the nape of the neck, allowing the heart space to open up a little bit more. Bring the hands back down to the earth. Pull yourself into your tabletop position. Wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath hips. Bring your right hand to center as you inhale, left hand reaches tall up overhead. Then as you exhale, drop your hips to your heels, reach your left hand back, really trying to open up through the heart space. Inhale, lift the hand high. Exhale, reach the left hand forward, drop the left shoulder down in line with the right, finding shoulder mobility here. Inhale, reach the left hand high. And as you exhale, drop your hips all the way to your heels. Drop your left hand back behind the left hip, reach the right hand up overhead. Press your hips up towards the sky, take a gentle back bend. Release, bring your hips back down to the heels. As you replace the right hand underneath the right shoulder, lift the left hand up overhead, take a big inhale. Exhale, thread the needle, sweep your left hand underneath the heart space over towards the right. Drop the left shoulder and left ear down to the ground. Maybe you reach your right hand forward. Bring your right hand underneath your right shoulder. Take an inhale, lift this left hand really high up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, keep the left hand lifted, but reach it forward, dropping the left shoulder down in line with the right. Ground down into the left knee and then extend your right foot back behind you. Energize through the toes, reach the left fingertips forward, take a big inhale. Exhale, elbow to knee, bring it in. 2 more times with the breath. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Keep your right leg where it is. Drop your left hand down underneath your left shoulder. Keep the right leg straight, but drop the right ball of the foot down onto the mat so that you're on your left knee and your right toes. As you inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart space, lift the chin. And then as you exhale, you're going to squeeze your left knee to your nose as you round through the spine, like a high plank position, but left knee comes to the nose. And then we'll find that cow pose, but swing the left knee back, kick the left foot up towards the sky, lift up through the heart space. Exhale, knee to nose, bring it in. Inhale, cow, drop the belly, kick the left foot up. Press the hips up. Stack the left hip on top of the right, scorpion pose. Left knee, left shoulder, bring it high. Big inhale here. Exhale, left knee, right elbow, twist it under. Inhale, left elbow. Exhale, right elbow. Inhale, left elbow. Three-legged dog, left leg goes up and back. Start to flex and point that left foot. Take some rolls with the ankle if that feels good. Lizard lunge, bring the left foot outside of the left hand. Take an inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, bend the elbows. Find your modified chaturanga push-up. Inhale, press into the hands. Exhale, modified chaturanga. Inhale, press into the hands. Bring your right foot up to meet the left, Malasana frog squats at the hips low. Okay, this is going to be our first attempt at crow here. And a lot of people mistake crow as being all on the shoulders, but really it's a lot about the core, which is why we just started by warming up the core. So, we'll plant the hands underneath the shoulders. And I like to walk my feet back and my toes together. So bring the knees out wide. And then we'll lift the knees up towards the armpits. And I like to start with my arms really straight, trying to pull my knees really into the armpits. And then I start to bend the elbows, start to release, and let my knees drop onto my elbows. Keep squeezing elbows towards one another. And then rock your weight slowly. Maybe lift your right foot, just seeing what that feels like, making sure it doesn't slip off your right arm and that your right arm's not moving. Maybe you try the left. How does it feel to have your left leg? Is it slipping off? Is your left elbow maintaining where it is? And then look forward in front of your hands, maybe 6 inches, and then start to rock your weight. Lift the toes up off the ground. Forward fold, plant the feet hip width distance apart. Let the heart space release. Take an inhale, find your halfway lift, lengthen it through the spine. Exhale, forward fold, let it go. Inhale, upward salute, rise, reach tall with the hands. One time, exhale, cactus the arms, open up through the heart. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, forward fold, dive over the hips. Take an inhale, find your halfway lift, lengthen. As you exhale, find your runner's lunge. Bring your left foot in between your hands, right foot goes to the back of the mat. Start to rock in and out of the left foot. Find a neutral position. Keep your right hand where it is. Twist the left hand up overhead. Easy twist. Plant down into the right hand. Side plank. Bring your left foot back to meet the right. Press the hips up towards the sky. Left hand reaches tall. High plank. Drop the left hand. Take an inhale. Charge the heels forward. Option for 3 chaturanga push-ups. We'll exhale, come halfway down. Elbows should not come out of the rib cage. Inhale, press up. 2 more times. Exhale, come halfway. Inhale, press up. Last one. Exhale, come halfway. Hold this one. Flip to the tops of the feet. Inhale, upward facing dog. Pull the heart space through. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips go up and back. Maybe you walk out the dog. That means pedaling into one foot and the other, taking turns of which knee is bending. And we're going to find a little flow here. So tuck your chin towards your chest. Lift the heels up off the ground. Let the back of your heart space pull you forward into your high plank. Finding your shoulders here, really strengthening through them. Keep pressing the hands down into the ground. And then we'll bend the knees deeply. Shoot your hips towards the back behind you. And then straighten the legs. Find your downward facing dog. 2 more times with the breath. Inhale, bring it forward, high plank. Back of the heart space guides you. Exhale, hips guide you back, downward facing dog. Last one. Inhale, high plank, bring it forward. Exhale, downward facing, bend the knees, hips go up and back. Hold. Bring your left foot to center. Right leg goes high, 3-legged dog. Hold here. Really pull the right hip down in line with the left. As you exhale, knee to nose, bring it through. Make lots of space and then plant your right foot inside your right hand. Find your runner's lunge. We'll open it up to warrior 2. Spin your left heel down, open the hands. And this is going to be kind of a core exercise. And I just did a bunch of core yesterday, so we'll see how it goes for me. But we're going to find our reverse warrior to our extended side angle. And these are the traditional arms. But I challenge you to do it with both hands up overhead. And as we inhale, we're going to reach the hands back, reverse the warrior. And as you exhale, we'll find extended side angle, reach the hands forward, stay long through the right side body. 2 more times. Inhale, reverse warrior, bring it up and back. Exhale, extended side angle. Last one. Inhale, reverse warrior. This time we're taking all the way into half moon. So reach the hands forward. Maybe they stay up overhead. It's a challenge. Launch onto the right foot. Maybe the hands stay up overhead like you're going to grab a beach ball above the head. Maybe they drop. Right hand can come to mat. Or even the heart. We're here for 3. Deep breaths. Forward fold. Let the left foot meet the right. Take it out. Take an inhale. Find your halfway lift, lengthen through the spine. And then we're going to find crow pose second time of 3. So option to take it into your crow, and I'll walk you through it again if crow's not in your practice. We're going to bring the toes together. Elbows, I like to have a little space in between my hands and my feet. Knees come up into the armpits. Rock your weight onto the top back of your arms. And what I really think about here is engaging through the core before I lift my feet. And sometimes that helps to exhale all the air out and then lift the feet. You're like, I got crow. Maybe you shift your weight into one of the knees and start to lift up one of the legs for one-legged crow. And then last add-on is taking it into a chaturanga. Keep the elbows bent. Shoot the legs back behind you. Upward facing dog. Pull the heart space through. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips go up and back. Let's find a child's pose. Knees wide. Hips to heels. Should take a few breaths to relax. Next inhale, we'll bring it through tabletop. Shoulders come on top of the wrists. We'll find a couple cat cows. As inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin. Exhale, cat around the spine. One more time, just like that. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin. Exhale, around the spine. Inhale, come to neutral. We'll bring the hands a little farther forward. Tuck the toes underneath the feet, find high plank. Then downward facing dog, hips go up. Bring the right foot to center-ish. Left leg goes high. Three-legged dog, hold. Really press into the hands. Drop left hip in line with the right, energize through the left toes. Nice and slow, we'll find runner's lunge. Bring the left knee forward towards the nose. Make space underneath the shoulders for the left foot, then plant the left foot inside the left hand. Spin the right heel down to the ground, open it up, warrior two. Again, feel free to do whatever you want with your hands. My challenge is to find some core activation. Bring the hands up overhead. As we inhale, we'll find reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Two more times. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extended. Last one. Inhale, reverse. Option for half moon with the hands up overhead. You could drop the hands now or try to keep them up. Launch onto the left leg, lift the right leg high. Feel free to change the arms if that feels better for you. Breathe deeply. Really pull the right hip on top of the left. Reach the right fingertips up. And release, forward fold, let it go. Last opportunity for crow. And if you took it one-legged on that first side, see if you can do the one-legged other side. So again, toes together, bend the knees, plant the hands. They should be shoulder width or a little wider. I like to be a little wider. Knees come up into the armpits. Engage through the core. Maybe you breathe out. Start to rock your weight slowly. Maybe you take it one-sided. Chaturanga if you want it. Inhale through your upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Hips go up and back. Okay. Last little playtime here, friends. We're making our way to a forward fold. You can just walk your feet up to your hands if that's your jam today, or you're going to take some handstand hops. So, what that looks like is we lift the heels, bend the knees deeply, look forward in between the hands, and then we're going to hop our heels up towards our glutes. Doop. And the feet can land a little closer to the hands with each one. Boop. Try to kick the glutes. And then maybe eventually you hold. Maybe the press the feet up. And then we find forward fold whenever you're ready. Release the heart space down, shake it out. Take an inhale, find your halfway lift, lengthen. And then as we exhale, let's find a seat. Drop the sit bones all the way down. Bring the feet forward. Find a seat. Let's take a second to roll out the wrist. That was a lot. So interlace the fingers and move the wrists around. It might feel good to press the hand forward Fingers down, top of the hand forward, and kind of do a stretch through the top of the wrist and the hands. Take as much time as you need moving through the wrist, shaking them out. And when you're ready, we'll take a forward fold. So flex the toes, lengthen through the spine. Maybe the knees bend, and let the heart space release. One of my favorite things to do here is really point the toes, pushing through the tops of the ankles. Sometimes even use my hands to press my feet down. Start to walk yourself up. We'll plant the feet, scoot the hips towards the heels. Slowly release all the way down to our backs. Setting up for bridge pose, bring the feet underneath the knees about hip width distance apart. Reach your hands towards your heels. Take an inhale, press into the feet, lift the hips up towards the sky. It might feel good to scoot the shoulders underneath the heart space, maybe even interlace the hands. Keep pressing into the feet, lift the hips over here for 3 deep breaths. Release the hands if they're interlaced. Drop the hips down to the ground. Bring your knees into your chest, give them a squeeze. Keep your right knee where it is, extend the left leg long in front of you. Supine twist, drop your right knee over towards the left side body, open up through the arms. I like to keep my left hand on top of my right knee. Stretch through the hip a little bit more. Bring it through center. Switch out the legs. Left knee comes into the chest. Right leg extends long. Supine twist other side. Drop your left knee over towards the right side body as you open up through the arms. Bring your left knee up through center. Bring both knees into the chest. Give yourself a good squeeze. And then we'll open up Shavasana pose. Let yourself extend. Relax. I like to scoop my shoulders underneath the heart space. We'll take one last final huge breath before letting our breath return to natural. Take a big inhale through your nose, fill up. Big exhale out the mouth, let it go. If you have a little extra time today, I highly encourage you to stay here a little bit longer. If you're ready to move out, start with a full body stretch and deep breathing. Hands go up overhead. Take a few deep breaths into your belly and heart space. Find a seat however you would like to. Thank you so very much for practicing with me. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, requests for the next class. And I hope to see you on here again soon. Namaste.